Hello, 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 and welcome everybody. Happy Tuesday. Hello, Patty. Nana. Kate Bell. Hello, hello. I'm doing good. Nana. How are you doing? I hope you are feeling better. Okay, so let me get these documents here so I can show you. There's been a few grievances already that Bryan Kohberger has brought to the attention of the jailers. Okay. Okay, let me bring this one up and we're going to get started. I also got the 300 and some odd new photos and we will go through them. I've also seen that there was things moved and stuff between these pictures being taken. Some of these pictures are like right away when they first got there. There's other pictures that were that night before the remains were removed. There's other ones that are taken like the next day because there's things that are in these pictures that you can tell when abouts they were taken. So we'll go over the photos. Like I said, there's over 300 of them, you guys, so we'll go through them. But I want to show you guys this first. Okay, here it is. Here, let me just bring up. I find that this is the easiest way to share them. I've read them, Willow. He's ridiculous. Yeah. Okay, so here is the first one that he put in. As you can see up here, this is the date up in the top corner here. You can see my little mouse arrow on July 30th. So Bryan Kohberger, and this is to the deputy warden regarding his diet. He says, involved in initial discussion. And there's another one after this that he also puts in on the 31st. So I don't know how many other resident concern forms he's put in, as they call these resident concern forms. Okay, so he says, as I continue the SPI phase, that's the initial, when he's first brought in and they're going to classify him and everything, right? And figure out where's the best place for this guy to be, right? I wish to discuss if I may be transferred to another ADSEG setting, such as B block, not engaging in any of the recent flooding stinking, as well as being subject to minute by minute verbal threats and harassment on that something other bait and other bases. 2 of J block is an environment that I wish to transfer from if possible. I request transfer to B block immediately. I wish to speak with you soon. It's like, you're not calling the shots here, bud. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. But anyway, so they did respond. Hello, Carolet. Hello, hello, hello. So they respond down on the bottom here. It says, Mr. Kohberger, on any tier at IMSI, which is Idaho Maximum State Institution, there are sometimes disruptions to operations such as residence flooding. On J2 is a relatively rare occurrence, and J2 is generally a fairly calm and quieter tier. I do not think that B block would be any better for you. Give it some time. Now, this was 2 days later that they responded to him. But yeah, just by the way he's talking up here, I wish to transfer from, if possible, I request transfer to B block immediately. Like, you're not calling the shots here, bud. I don't know where he thinks he is. He's not at the Holiday Inn, that's for sure. So as you can see up here, this was July 30th. So here's July 31st, okay? You see right up in the top here, July 31st. I have on several occasions not received all items of food on my tray. I address this during service and have yet to receive any replacements. In fact, the kitchen is not even called. The policy book confirms items missing, which are pointed out at the time of service, will be replaced. I wish to, without exception, receive these replacements. I have tried to resolve this problem informally by addressing the issue with staff at the time of meal service. I suggest the following solution for the problem. I wish for the items to be called for and items replaced when this occurs. The nutritional standard is not being upheld unless I receive my full tray. So it's like, I don't know where he thinks he is. You know what I mean? Are things really missing from his tray? Or is he saying that just so he gets extras? Because we know that they don't get a lot of food, right? Kate says flooding is when they clog the sinks and run the water. They clog the toilets. They clog the toilets and they keep flushing until they overflow. The sink, they cannot block the sink to fill it up with water. So the only way that they could flood the cells is to block the toilet, like shoving either washcloths or towels or something into the toilet and continually flush the toilet. The sinks do not have stoppers for them so you can fill up the sink and have a nice little wash down, right? It just constantly goes down the drain. Unless they clog the sink, but it's generally they clog the toilets because there's more water that comes through the toilets than the sinks. He's freaking out and losing control. Yeah, he is. So then the next one that we're going to read is, this is internal, okay, a brief that they put into his file. And we didn't see his complaint with this, but this is the SA that he's complaining about now, Bryan Kohberger. Brief summary of incident and action taken. On August 3rd, resident Kohberger submitted a concern form stating he has been subject to threats and harassment, recently escalating to overt violent threats and statements. Lieutenant Malden received the concern form on August 4th. Now, we haven't seen that. And conducted an interview with Kohberger in J Block. Kohberger stated a resident that goes by Peru told him, "All but F you." Like, oh boy, Mr. Kohberger, you are not starting out on the right foot. You are now labeled a snitch. Snitches get stitches or worse. You are in prison. You are with the big boys now, and you are already snitching. This this is not going to end well for you. It doesn't matter now where they put you. You have now been labeled a snitch. That travels throughout the whole institution. So no matter where you go, you are already labeled a snitch. Kohberger also stated an unknown resident from Tier 1 of J Block said the only but we'll be eating is Kohbergers. Kohberger stated that Officer Signora was present for the comment made by Peru. Due to Officer Signora being on B nights, an interview could not be conducted to attempt to corroborate the allegation. On August 7th, the officer submitted an information report outlining his involvement of the alleged incident. Officer Signora recalls vulgar language being used and directed towards Kohberger, but could not identify who said what. The allegation is substantiated, but due to no aggressor being able to be positively identified, and Kohberger saying he feels safe to remain on tier 2 in J Block, no further actions were taken. The delay in the 105 submission date and the report date is due to collecting all of the information to ensure proper action could be taken as needed. End of report. Like, you are a marked man now. You've been labeled. I guarantee you, within minutes of this happening, he was labeled a snitch. Oh, they can get to your food. Not the inmates themselves on J Block, but a lot of the inmates on J Block have been there for a long time, and they're owed favors by maybe somebody who works in the kitchen. Like, he better be really careful now. They'll be spitting in his food. They'll be doing this. They'll be doing that. Like, they'll be doing a lot, and they'll be taunting him with it. We spit in your food, Kohberger. You know what I mean? Go ahead and eat that. Somebody did something else with their downstairs parts in your food, Kohberger. Go ahead and eat that now. They're going to be taunting him big time. Believe me, when I have had to go into the jails to, get depositions or, interview some of our clients from the law firm. Sorry for the coffee, guys. Some of the stories that I was told what they do to people is disgusting. So I don't know how it is in the States, but I know how it is here. I wouldn't assume that it would be any different, especially with a snitch. This is one of the worst labels that you can get in jail or in prison, is a snitch, that you're a snitch, and naming names. Good morning, Norma. Good morning, Summer. So, I mean, he just did the ultimate mistake. Okay, so let me now bring up the photos, okay? We are going to go through these photos. So let me try and make them as big as I can here without cutting them off. Okay, so obviously, this is before they even, you can see some of the tape here. I believe this is before all the officers showed up. But what I'm going to zoom in on is this was lit up. And you can see up in Kaylee's room, it looks like there's a light on. Up here, it looks like there's kind of like lights on. But Xana's room, look at. See, you can see lights up here. you can tell that those little lights there that were in her room were on. Summer says, isn't that called karma? He better get used to it because they have his number. They want him in general population or for him to unalive himself. Yeah, they want something. But I guarantee you, it's already all through that institution that he's a snitch. So you can tell here that this is before they've even gone in, that there were lights on in the living room. We seen that near the beer pong table, that there was lights. And look at here. So this wasn't pure darkness up here when Kohberger went. Okay. And you can see in Xana's room, she had those lights on also. So I will be doing that throughout the photos, you guys, so you guys can see what I'm seeing. Here's just photos of some of the vehicles. I believe that this is Xana's, this is Ethan's. Well, obviously this is Ethan's. They've said that Ethan was driving the Jeep. I believe that this is Xana's vehicle behind him. Just more photos of the vehicles. Some of these we're going to go through pretty quickly. Here too, you can tell that, look at that living room looks pretty lit up, right? Here's the doorway going down that little step in towards the kitchen, and Dylan's room is behind this wall here that you can see in the living room photo here. This is Bethany's room down here. This is the bathroom up top. This is Kaylee's room. This is the stairs, the window for the stairs. We're going to see more photos of what is below this window. This is the bathroom. Behind the bathroom would be Maddie's room. So they took quite a lot of photos going up beside the house here, you guys. Again, Xana's bedroom, they've got the light on the camera. They got big lights on, so it's hard to see that her bedroom lights are on here, but they are. I don't know why they took so many pictures here. If you guys see anything or want me to stop on a photo, let me know. They just took a picture of Xana's license plate. There's the front of her car. Ethan's Jeep. The license plate, they've got it blocked out. The front part of Ethan's Jeep. I'd like to know what this is. Let's see if we can zoom in on that a little bit. I don't know what this is. If you guys have any idea. Whoops. I don't know what that looks like there. Almost some of maybe those like coolers that you can get. You know what I mean? I just want to make sure I've got the whole photo in frame here. Whoops. Okay, so there again, I believe this is Maddie's car. This house had the weirdest floor plan, yeah. I'd hate to have to clean it. Yeah, it doesn't look like they kept it too clean. I'm trying to get it. Hang on a sec, you guys. So I believe that's Maddie's car. And you can tell again the lights are on in that living room. So it wasn't pitch black in there. There's her license plate. There's the front of her car. This was Kaylee's new car, the Range Rover. There it is there. So sad, you guys. And as you can see, look at the lights that were on in that living room. Like, it was pretty lit up. Kaylee's license plate. One of the other girls' cars. And the license plate. So this is just, we're going to skim through these quickly, you guys, because this is just photos of the car. This is going around the back of the house. So this would be the outside wall of the spare bedroom down on the first floor. Now here we can see, if you go up and around here, the back wall here, this is the outside wall of Xana's bedroom. That's where you've seen the red stuff dripping down the wall around this corner here. This is outside of Kaylee's bedroom, the balcony that's off her bedroom. And it almost looks like one of the boards here is broken. Like, I would hate to step on that. And outside the kitchen here, this is out in the backyard. Apparently there's footsteps going up here. We've seen some of them in the other photos. We'll see if they have them in here. Again, this is one of the kitchen windows. There's the sliding doors, and then there's another kitchen window on the other side of the sliding doors here. This is the sliding doors to Kaylee's bedroom. Maddie's bedroom would be like down the balcony over here, but up on this floor here. Now this is the wall here. You can't see it in this photo, but along this wall is where the red stuff was dripping, along the outside of this wall, like down in this area. So just another photo. Again, Kaylee's sliding glass doors. And as you can see, the lights were all on in there, you guys. I believe he came down the hill here. I believe he was parked back up here. And like I said, you guys, the read that I did before we even knew who Bryan Kohberger was, I had said the perpetrator parked up back here and came down the hill and in the sliding door. And everybody was saying, you're crazy, you're crazy. The front door was open. He went in through the front door. No, I called this right from the very beginning before we even knew who Bryan Kohberger was. So as you can see, there's footprints leading away here. And going up the side of the hill here. See them here? And they went around the tree and up the side. You can see more footprints over here. But this is all out in the backyard. See, there's footprints here and here too. Hello, Alicia. And here you can see kind of like closer up the footprints. There's one here, 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 going up and around this stump. So he could have, when he left, went up that way. You can see footprints here too. Right here, going up this way. I'm curious if Nana says, I'm curious if the police weren't called until late morning and those pictures taken after dark who turned all the lights on. Apparently the lights were on. When they got there, those lights were on. You can see them even in the very first photos that were taken. And when the EMS came in, when they first got to the scene on the body cam, I'm sure you guys have all seen the body cam footage now where they're interviewing Dylan and everything. And when they first go in that house, those lights are all on. So we do know that they were on. Okay, am I buffering? No. Okay. So they're showing more of these footprints here up close. There's more footprints here. A certain kind of shoe. It looks like different shoes than the van one that was inside the house. See there? Right here? Like if you see this footprint also looks different from these. Let me blow this up a bit so you can see it. See? This is different. These are like little, this almost looks like the vans. I don't know. It's hard to say, you guys. But that footprint doesn't look the same as the other ones we've seen. And there's another one, and this is a different kind of footprint. So did he change even his shoes, right? Hey, K-Mitch, good to see you. And here is another one here. It almost looks like he's got those, you know, those hospital booties? Because this looks like there's no tread here at all. See that? No tread at all. So he could have very well had them booties on, covering his shoe print. See that? And yet there's a different footprint over here. So they're measuring it, and it looks like a pretty big footprint, like over a foot long. See that? So I'm wondering if he didn't have booties or something on, like the ones that you get in the hospital. Okay, so here is more of the backyard. There's some footprints. There's some going this way. There's some coming towards the house, and then some going away from the house. You can see them right down here. There's also a black backpack that was here. There is up close photos of that, so more of the back. Like I said, I think he was up here. There's that backpack. Look at that. I wonder how long that had been there. Like, was that his? You know what I mean? Is that where he had like a change of clothes and another pair of shoes or whatever? Who knows? We don't know. And there's no trial now. So now we're never going to know the significance of this, if any, until all the documents are released. And I think the documents, you guys, they should have already been released. They have not been released yet. There was a whole series of documents that the judge said that he would be releasing, that they had 14 days to do redactions and everything. Those 14 days have long come and gone, and I haven't seen any of those documents being unsealed. And I do believe it's because of the lawsuit that's going on. You can also see Dylan Mortensen's bedroom light on here. There's more of the kitchen. There's that screen. This is the window that the handprints were on. I think it was just the girls messing around with each other. Barbecue, some plates. I'm just showing that going up to the back parking lot there. There's the side parking lot. There's more of the side. Or did he park here? I think he parked in the back because he wouldn't want his vehicle seen. He went out the back sliding glass door because I think he went up the hill. But these are just more pictures of the side. K-Mitch says, I think I heard he brought a pair of shoes that were one size bigger. Could very well be. So this is the side of the house. On this would be Dylan Mortensen's bedroom, and down here would be Xana's. This would be the living room outside wall. More of that. More of it there. More of it there. So this is the outside wall. Like this wall up here would be Madison's bedroom. The front hallway coming in. Okay, let me just make these a little smaller so we can see the whole. Oh, come on. Trying to get them in frame here without the next picture. Anyway, so this is when you come in the front door. This is the spare bedroom over here. This is the bathroom. And these pictures are really all over the place, you guys. So we will be jumping back and forth. Now, this looks like this photo was taken at night. You can tell by the light that the person taking this photo has on their camera. And just by the shadows, how they're being cast, this is at night. So I do believe that this is when they came back, like when they were there that night. So we know that the bodies weren't removed until 9 something that night. So, and as you can see, you guys, there's a lot of junk. You can tell they had one heck of a party the day before. So this again is the first floor. If you go down this hallway here, you would go to Bethany's room. And there's another little room over here with the furnace and everything in it behind this wall. If you go down this hallway, we'll see those pictures. This is the first floor bathroom. So this was Bethany's bathroom, and I'm sure any visitors coming in would have used this bathroom too. There it is from a little further back. There is the spare room. And apparently Ethan's golf clubs and that were in this room. This is that spare room again. So this is the front door with the door open. There's a mirror on the wall behind the door. And this is that spare bedroom. And look at, there's beer cans or Truly cans, whatever. This is behind the front door. A mirror. Again, another one. The floor behind the door when you open it. Now, it looks here like this is daytime, these pictures. There's some during the day, there's some at night. This is also behind the front door. This is the lock on the front door. Now this looks like it's nighttime out here. Looks like these are the police lights. But I could be wrong. It looks like the deadbolt was taken out. So this would be very easy to break into. You just slide like a credit card through there and it would open anyway. They should have had a deadbolt on here too, but it looks like the deadbolt had been taken out. There's the keypad. This is where the deadbolt would have been. I feel like that deadbolt should have still been on there. I don't know why it was taken off, but it was. So this is would be Bethany's bathroom on the first floor. More pictures of the bathroom. This is with the light on, I'm assuming, or the light of the camera. Bethany's bathroom. You can tell it's Bethany's bathroom by this curtain, the striped curtain. It looks fairly clean in there except for a beer can. This is inside her bathroom also. You can tell by the striped curtain. More of inside her. I believe the toilet is around this corner. There is the toilet. You can tell because of this thing here. There it is right here. She was out of toilet paper. So the toilet, and I do believe that's more of the toilet in the walls. This is her sink. Her bathroom seems pretty clean compared to what we're going to see in some of the other ones. And I do believe she had the washer and dryer in her bathroom. Maybe not. Maybe that's on Xana's bathroom had the washer and dryer. Sorry, this is Bethany's bathroom. So just more pictures of Bethany's bathroom. You can see it's fairly clean. I love this tub. Okay, so we're coming out of Bethany's bathroom now, and you can see more beer cans or whatever they were drinking there outside the bathroom. This is outside of her bathroom, Bethany's bathroom, looking at the stairs going up to the second floor from the first floor. Now, this is that room that has the furnace and everything in it. This is Bethany's room, the door to Bethany's room. Again, this is the door, and you can see it doesn't go all the way up to the ceiling here, but that's like the furnace room. This is outside of Bethany's room. And it has a key lock on it for whatever reason. Now, this is under the stairs. So there are stairs here going from the first floor. So when you come in the front door, to the left would be these stairs going up. This is underneath those stairs. This is in Bethany's room. So she had this little storage thing where it looks like they kept paper towels and whatever other storage in there. It looks like a vacuum cleaner and some totes and stuff. Hello, Charlotte. So here is the stairs when you come in the front door. Like this is right here is Bethany's room. So you'd come around this corner and that would be Bethany's door there. So you can tell there's like all kinds of stuff, like those like, what do you call them? Airplane little samples of alcohol, beer cans and whatnot on the stairs. Here's a closer up. There's one of them. There's a drink here. There's beer cans and everything all over the stairs. So an even closer up photo here. You can see that the TV was on, you guys. So this is when you get to the top of the stairs. Now, this is what I've noticed. Let me just... Okay. I notice everything. There's somebody's little backpack thing here. There's somebody's sock. There's drinks. There's pillows. There's a straw. There's another pillow over here. There's some Truly. And look at, here is a charging cord, okay? And there's a white one also on the floor. That's going to play in later, okay? The Bud Light is right up against this is underneath the TV. You can see a modem here. This is right up against there, and there's another one here. These things are all moved in some of the next pictures. Okay, so this is behind the couch, as we could see from one of the first pictures from outside, that the lights were on. The TV is on. Here is that charge cord here again with the other white one down below. Here's the Bud Light. So just remember where things are placed here. There's a cup. There's somebody's purse also behind here and a sweatshirt. So there they are again there. There's the lights that were on. You can tell it's dark outside night. So this is that night, you guys. This is on the 13th at night. You can see here, there was somebody's purse here too. It shows in other pictures. It looks like the cups were knocked off that table that was there. There's a thing here that looks like hand lotion or something, an empty bag of chips. It looks like another iPhone cord or something here. Another case over here, some more wires over here. But it does look like these red Solo cups were knocked off that table. Here's the table. See how they're knocked over here and knocked off onto the floor here? I believe they were set up like this, and somebody knocked into that table. But these lights, you guys, were all on when they showed up. This is when they first got there. You can tell because it's light here. So and you can see the ambulance bag. So this is right around noon when they first got there. These lights are all on. And I know it's when the ambulance showed up because that is the EMS bag. That we see it in the video that he set the EMS bag down right there. The knife is still right there. The one that Hunter had, it's still right there on the table. Somebody's Doc Marten boots. And you can see the cords and everything still there. Now this one is taken at night. You can tell by how the reflection in the window here. So some of these are taken when they first arrive. Like this one you can tell is when they first arrive. It's light. The walls are all light. And the EMS bag is there. This is obviously taken at night. They took pictures a couple of times, you guys. And I say that because I'm going to show you how things have moved. But they never touched these lights or anything. They got to take pictures of exactly how it was when they showed up. So they took pictures of the modem on. Okay, so this bathroom looks like it is Xana's bathroom. So this now like I said, the pictures jump all over the place, you guys. This is Xana's bedroom here. This is Xana's bathroom. This is Xana's bathroom. Over to the left here, past the sink, over in this area would be the washer and dryer. But this is somebody's pants, whoever had white pants on. I don't know if we can tell in, hang on, let me just see. Hang on. Hang on. Let me just see if I can't find that photo. It doesn't show that photo of, oh, it does. The only one that had white pants on, you know that famous photo, you guys, of the four of them, the six of them. There's Bethany and Dylan, and you got Kaylee with Madison on her shoulders, and then Ethan and Xana. The only one wearing white pants is Bethany. I can show you right here. Let me bring this over. Where did that photo go now? There. See? It looks like Bethany is wearing the white pants here. Now, not Bethany, sorry, Dylan. Because Xana has dark pants on. Ethan has dark pants on. Kaylee's would have been up on the third floor. This is the second floor, right? Bethany was on the second floor. So I believe those are Bethany's pants. See them? They're white. She's the only one wearing white. So that's who I believe's pants those are. The sink area. There's the shower. See, and there's the washer and dryer. And it doesn't look to me, you guys were saying that there was drops of blood. I don't see it. So did he clean up in the sink? We don't know. But I believe these are Bethany's. There's folded laundry on top here. More of Bethany and Dylan's bathroom. Somebody's Nike shoe. See, and then these are moved. In later photos, these are moved. See, this is moved. This was laying, see how it was laying on top of these towels over here? Just barely touching this. And now they've moved. See? Now they've moved. So I believe they probably moved them to look inside the washer. There's the washer and dryer. There's the pants again. So this is Dylan. This is Bethany and Xana's bathroom. And I believe these are Dylan's pants. Again, there's the knife that Hunter had grabbed from the kitchen. Now these pictures are later on at night because there's no bag here now. So these photos are taken later on at night. There's also a bottle there. And it does look like somebody banged into this table and knocked these glasses over. So there is the bag. So maybe these are taken when they first got there because there's the ambulance bag again. The knife. The Doc Marten. There's the knife. Weird. So this is going down. Dylan's bedroom is behind this wall. There's the stairs going up to Kaylee and Madison's room. This is the broom closet. For some reason, the door is not on there. It looks like it's either open or broken off. But as you can tell, the lights are on. So this is from Dylan's bedroom, looking towards the kitchen. This is the stairs going up to the third floor. Here's that broom closet. This would be going into the living room. I don't see any footprint here unless it's this. I don't know. But I don't see any bloody footprint outside her door. Let's look. Yeah, unless it's this here, I don't see any footprint outside her door. Unless it's this right here. That looks like it could be it there. Maybe here? I don't know. It's hard to tell in these photos. Okay, moving on. So this is the kitchen now. So if you go down here, you're going into the living room. If you go around this open door here, you go up the stairs. And you can see how everything is here on the counters. This is also at night. You can tell by looking outside. So this is that night. See? You can see outside. Ooh, that floor looks nasty. Somebody was trying to say that this over here on the stove was a bullet hole. It's not. It's the General Electric logo because it's a General Electric stove. That's the General Electric logo. It's not a bullet hole. These are the stairs going up to Kaylee and Madison's room. This is that broom closet. It looks kind of disgusting, but what's a broom closet supposed to look like, right? There's the closet again. So here is looking into the kitchen. So this is that night, you guys. I tried to zoom in on that clock. It looks like it says 8:24. So the bodies are still in the house at this point. The bodies weren't removed until 9:38. That says 8:24. So it's 8:24 that night. More of the kitchen, again, at night. And remember what this looks like, you guys. Wait till you see the last photos that were taken. So more of the kitchen. Let's zoom in on that. Let's see what it says. That one says, hang on. This one looks like it says 6:34. So this was in the winter, so that could very well be too. 6:34, and I was seeing 8. But to me, that looks like 6:34. So the bodies are definitely still in the house at this time. They weren't removed until 9:38. And it's ironic, eh? This is our happy place, the sign up here. So this is how he left the back slider opened. That's how it was found. And wait until you see what this looks like later. I can almost see how they didn't want people going in the house, like the jury, because it would have been highly toxic in there. You'll see in other photos. So again, this is the kitchen. This is the window that had the handprints on it. So I think there was probably people sitting here, like some of the roommates, and one of the other ones or a friend tried to scare them. It's ironic. Bud Light, Truly. We see some of these cans. This is just like a wall hanging. See? But it's you see some of these that they drink. This looks like a speaker. Craft dinner. Some more Solo cups. So this was also left on, you guys. The police would not have plugged them in. So this wasn't as dark in there as you would think. And that's how he was probably able to see his way around. It was pretty lit up. To me, pretty brazen for somebody to go in a house like this that's lit up like this. And that's probably why Dylan said that he's seen her, that they made eye contact. Because look at how light it is in here. I know that they're using more light on their camera, but this still would have been lit up a lot with these, even just these Christmas light things. Enough for him to be able to see where he's going. See, like in the other pictures, we didn't see this sitting here. They've moved stuff around. Open cupboards. Because in the other pictures, these weren't open, and there's stuff that's been moved. See, there's some handprints on the window. I believe that's just one of their friends playing a joke on them or something. This is that kitchen window by the table. The hand doesn't look big enough to be Bryan's. This one kind of looks big because it's taken up close. Okay, so now we're heading up to Maddie and Kaylee's room. We're going up the stairs. You can see the stairs here. This is the window in the landing. This would be at the front of the house. And they were saying in some of the reports that they were seeing blood on the wall here, but I don't see it. Like I said, it's kind of hard seeing them over a computer, you know what I mean? But I don't see any. There looks like there's something here, and it looks like maybe here, maybe right there. But otherwise, I'm not seeing anything there. Now here, let's just take a look. Unless this is some here. Like, I think he was meticulous. Like, this could be some here, here. It's hard to say. Because these are just the first walkthrough. Okay, so this is when you get up to the top of the stairs, you guys. Let me just make this smaller. Okay, so this is when you get up to the top. This is Kaylee's door, and as you can see, her door is open. She would not have left that door open unless she had just came out to come and see, maybe. Or was she just coming upstairs with Murphy when she seen Bryan Kohberger in there? Because here's my theory, you guys. If she was trying to, remember that they had said that they couldn't find Murphy for a time or whatever, and what's her name? Bethany said that she had been outside with Madison with the dog, and then Madison had messaged her after saying, "Do you know where Murphy is?" But Xana had already gone to bed. So was Madison already upstairs, and did Kaylee come into her room like, "Hey, where's Murphy?" So did Kaylee go down and maybe out front to go and try and find Murphy? And as she went out the front, Bryan Kohberger came in the back. She got Murphy, and she was coming upstairs with Murphy when she said, "Oh my God, somebody's here," because she seen Bryan Kohberger. You know what I mean? Did she go and then run in to try and help Madison? Because she wouldn't have left her door open with the dog in there. She keeps the dog in her bedroom so he doesn't go down and soil on the floor, like pee and poop on the floors and stuff. So she always keeps that door closed at night when they're all going to bed. Whether she's in there with Murphy or she's somewhere else, I think that possibly could have been what happened. And when she was bringing Murphy back upstairs, is that why Murphy started barking? because when she gets back upstairs, she says, oh my God, somebody's here. She goes in to try and help Madison. I don't know. We may never know. But anyway, that is Kaylee's bedroom door, and it is open. This is looking down the stairs into the living room. Here's Dylan's room. So he came right through here, you guys. He went right through there. Now, this is when you get up to the top of the stairs. There looks like there's 2 fridges and a dresser. So maybe Kaylee and Maddie had their own little fridges up there to hide their stuff in. And there's a closer look. They're obviously blocking out photos that are on the fridge here. But see, these lights are on, these little lights. Now, the police probably turned this light on so they could get better pictures. But see, Kaylee's door is open. I'm almost thinking these dressers here are probably Madison's because she didn't have a lot of room in her room. But there's 2 fridges, so one's probably Kaylee's, one's probably Maddie's. See how there's 2 little dressers here? I believe these are Maddie's because she didn't have a lot of room in her bedroom. This is the bathroom, this door here. Maddie's bedroom is over here. There's a mirror on the wall here, and then Maddie's bedroom is right here. Kaylee's is to the left of this. So there's Kaylee's door open again. She would not have left that door open with the dog in there. It wouldn't have happened, you guys. And that's what I'm trying to say. It would, even if she was going to go and sleep with Maddie, or she was passed out in there with Maddie, she would not have left that door open. Oops. And the door is obviously open. Here's Kaylee's door again. This is Kaylee and Maddie's bathroom. Maddie's bedroom door is right over here to the right. This is a mirror on the wall, on this wall here. So again, Maddie and Kaylee's bathroom. Wow, for 2 girls, they had a lot of hair products. hair products and body washes. But this is their bathroom. And it doesn't look like anything was disturbed in there. Like, I don't see any red stuff. You know what I mean? On the door or anything. Looks like Maddie's suitcase. Now, if you go out and you turn this way, you go into Maddie's room. This is going back down the stairs. So this is Kaylee's bedroom door. Maddie's bedroom door is over here. They're back down to the kitchen again. So more photos outside of the kitchen. More photos of that window. Why so many photos of this window? I don't know. Looks like somebody's face there. So just taking more pictures of those hands on the windows. Okay, so this is the screen door, you guys. The sliding glass door that was left open. They obviously got something there because they've got a marker. We're going to see more pictures of this after. More of the front door. Up close of the lock. It looks like almost like maybe some, I don't know. But that could be from anything. No, that's not. That's food or something. I don't know why they wouldn't have had this deadbolt on. But then again, it wouldn't have stopped him from getting in, right? Because he came in through the sliding glass door. This again is, I believe, whose bathroom? I think this is Kaylee and Maddie's bathroom. I think. Let's go back. Hang on. Hang on, you guys. I just want to make sure I'm getting it right. Oh, come on. Come on. No, that's above the toilet. So that is not. So this is going to have to be. Where is it? So this is going to be. I think the second floor bathroom or the first floor bathroom. Let's see. Oh, what's that? That looks like. Yeah, this is Xana's bathroom. That looks like blood on there. Yeah, that looks like blood. Then they're back outside. Don't worry, they go back inside. There are more pictures of the cars. We don't need to see all that. We've seen that. Bethany's room, the spare room, Xana's room, the living room would be up here. There looks like a plate or something there. See how lit up it was? And this is at night, you guys. See how lit up it was in there? And in Xana's room? So he would have been able to see pretty well. Well, they do have her light on up here, but her room was lit up too because her Christmas light things were on. But here it's looking like they've turned on her ceiling light. But it was, and here now it looks like there's a ceiling light on up there too. But just with the other lights on, it looked pretty lit up. Like it wouldn't be pitch black. We've seen these. I don't know why they got doubles of these. There's some footprints again. I guess different angle. See, this footprint here is going that way. This footprint is coming this way. Now, there's that window for the stairs. And there is Maddie's bedroom there. Dylan's bedroom. The kitchen. Kaylee's bedroom. Dylan's bedroom. This is down the side of the house again. Look at all the food bags. More of the cars. More of going in the front door. And this is Bethany's bathroom. Bethany's bathroom. I like that tub. Bethany's bathroom. Bethany's bathroom. She really didn't have a lot in her bathroom. She doesn't even have any toilet paper. More of her bathroom. I don't think anybody even... Bryan Kohberger never went down on this level. But more of her bathroom. We've seen a lot of these photos. They're just taking more... Oh, now they've got the utility room open. So here's that utility room. It's a furnace and some junk in there. See those little Mickey airplane bottles of alcohol? These are all thrown all over the place. On the stairs, on the floors. So people were having fun with those. But there is that utility room. I don't know why they would want to take photos inside there because it was locked, so nobody would have been able to get in there. But they did, so we're just going to zoom through there. Okay, so this here now is under the stairs. You see the stairs in the back? That's the stairs. When you come in the front door, you would come up these stairs here to go up into the living room. So this is under the stairs, which would be Bethany's room. And she looks like she's got a vacuum and I don't know, just some storage. Some more stuff in there. See, these lights were on, you guys. So that would have lit that place up. And there's more of these on this side by the beer pong table. Okay, now, do you notice how that wire isn't there anymore? The beer case is moved. The sock is gone. The TV is gone. You notice that? So why they would take the TV, I don't know, but the TV is gone in this picture. The charging cable that was here is gone. It looks like it could be here, but we had a lot of wires. The sock is gone. It looks like that Doc Martin is gone, unless it's in next pictures. Oh, there's the Doc Martin. But you see how this case has been moved? This has all been pulled out and the TV is gone. The purse is now sitting up. Remember I told you in the other pictures, it was down in here with this shirt kind of covering it. Now you can clearly see the purse there. But I'd like to know why they took the TV. See, the TV's gone. And now, oh, it's been moved again. Look at from that photo to this photo. So there, right there, let me zoom in, is somebody's purse. And now the table has been moved all the way over here, the beer pong table. But somebody has checked this purse also. Again, the TV is now gone. This has all been moved. See, the beer pong table now has been pushed over here. The knife is now gone. There's that purse. See what I mean? The beer pong table's been moved. The sock is gone. The sock is no longer there. There's the Doc Martin, but the sock is no longer there. The thing is still there. See, these lights here were on too, you guys. These lights. So, okay. This is outside Xana's. This is Xana's bathroom. You can see a little bit into her room here. That looks like a sweatshirt or something there. This is her bathroom. I don't see any. They said that there was blood on the walls there, but I don't see it. Like, did he clean up in here? Because in the garbage can, we seen a drop of blood, right? In her garbage can. Those jeans are now gone. The towel's been moved. Those white jeans that were here that I think Dylan was wearing, those are gone. The shoe has been moved. The stuff on top of here has been moved. See how it's all been moved over here now? Like they went in here. It's all been moved over. Doesn't look like it. It looks like somebody's been in the dryer because now you can see lint hanging out. This is the garbage can that we seen earlier with paper towel or something in there with blood on it. That drip of blood, that was definitely blood. But the white jeans, the white jeans that were here are now gone. This white towel was kind of hanging over more here. The white jeans are gone. And this sign was on too. So you got these white party lights over here, and you got them against this other wall over here that were all on. So this is Dylan's room. So she says she's seen him walking down through here and out. She was standing here. This would have been lit up enough that he would have seen her. These are the stairs going up to Maddie and Kaylee's room. Again. The kitchen. See, there's some dishes there, but you don't see them later. Kate Bell says the smart TVs are capable of recording, storing, and transmitting a variety of data that can be used as digital evidence. Okay. Makes sense. So that is looking into the kitchen again. It gets bad, you guys. Like, it gets bad. We'll get to it. Here's that storage closet again, the broom closet. Looks like sometimes they just threw the brooms in there wet, maybe. But this is just storage. Oh, there's the door. Underneath, these are underneath the stairs that go up to Maddie and Kaylee's room. So their stairs would be to the left of these doors. Here, the kitchen would be to the right. So here is the kitchen again. They now have the back door, sliding glass door, taped. You can see the police tape here, the police tape here. So here's more of a close-up. The police tape is now on the door. They've closed it. The police tape is on the door and on all the windows. See, and these lights were on too, you guys. The police would not have plugged in those lights. They were on. They might have turned on the big light in the kitchen, like on the ceiling, but they would not have plugged these lights in. These lights were on. So it wasn't pitch black in there, you guys. He could see coming through here. So this is more of the kitchen. This again is going up to Maddie and Kaylee's room. I don't know why this is another one of the windows. I don't know why they've got so many repeated pictures. I don't know what's on the stairs there. Looks like a drop of something here. Again, going upstairs, that's Kaylee's room. I don't know what that is. Again, looking up there, like we've already seen some of these, you guys, so I'm just going to skip through them. It looks like some of these are a little closer up. But see her drawer now? This is after somebody's gone through here because these were all closed and this was not like this. This bottom drawer was not, it looks like it's broken now. It wasn't like that in the previous pictures we've seen. So you can tell that there's other law enforcement that came in and took their own pictures because there are things that are different here. There was cans and that up here before. They're gone. This is now, looks like it's broken. This was over here. This was up here. So there's that mirror outside. Maddie's bedroom door is right here. See how it looks like her drawer is broken there now? Here's Maddie and Kaylee's bathroom. Again, their bathroom looks pretty clean. They've now closed the lid on the toilet. But I guess they were taking pictures of any, I don't see any. Ooh, that could be something there. But we've seen all these. They did close the lid here now. It looks like they took the towel that was on the rack. Again, this is looking down the stairs. Maddie's bedroom door would be over there. So this is looking down the stairs now into the living room. This is Dylan's door. Look at all the drops on the floor there, you guys. Like, the floor was kind of dirty, so I'm sure it would have been hard to... But see here? Interesting. So we're back outside with the cars again. I don't know why. So we're going to skip through a lot. Oh, this is why. So whoever's white car this was, I think it was Maddie's, had left their purse in the car. I'll start wearing my robe. Somebody's purse in there. This is in the white car. They did open the purse and look. And they took out, I'm thinking, ID and stuff. But that purse was left in the car. And there was a purse, don't forget, on the couch in the living room. Memorable moments are us. So this looks almost like little diaries that you can write in. Or maybe a photo. And they just put this at the bottom. Hang on a sec, let's see what this says. Carry away a memory from any occasion. Okay, so this is probably something that you can put a different, like, this is probably a template where you can put your own little photos in it. That's what that is. So they've blocked out the photos that were in here. Okay, so this is outside of Kaylee's sliding door. Looks like Murphy's toy. Aww. Hang on a sec, you guys. Okay, sorry. Okay, so this is looking outside of Kaylee's sliding glass door out onto the balcony. Looks like a phone charger or something here. Right there. Murphy's toy. You see Murphy's paw prints out here. Looks like he ripped apart his bed. This is Maddie's window. This is the window for the stairs. This is Maddie's bedroom window. Around the corner here would be the sliding doors to Kaylee's bedroom. This, I believe, is in Xana's bedroom. Because Xana had this white desk up against the wall under her front window. And it looks like there is blood here on this. Pretty blurry pictures. Whoever took this picture should be fired. But it does look like there is blood in these pictures here. This is another picture of the closet under the stairs going up to the second floor. This is that spare bedroom with stuff in it. Again, this is in the living room. The vent. I guess this is this vent right here. But you guys, all these lights were on, so it would have been lit up. And don't forget, behind the couch over on this wall over here, there was tons of lights like this. So it would have been lit up in there. There's the vent below it. I don't know why they're taking up close pictures of the vent. Carol, it says, well, I'm watching this. I'm reminded that BK isn't getting his jello in prison. Summer says, those photos are from a photo booth, Willow. Christopher makes me take a pic every time we go. Okay. Pizza Game Place. Okay. So that's where they're from. Thank you for that, Summer. I don't know why they're taking up close pictures of the vent, but anyway, so that's like whoever's taking these photos needs to be fired because they're really blurry. If you needed to see anything in this photo, like other than the broom and the bucket and the lights on, you're screwed. Okay, like blurry, blurry, blurry. Maybe that's why they had to go back and take more. See, all these lights here, these were all on, you guys, when they got there. There's that purse. So it's been moved yet again. I don't know what's on top of it. What's on top of it? It's hard to tell what's on top of it. But there's that purse that was up against the back of the couch here. That sweatshirt. That cup was over here. So that purse has been gone through a few times. Oh, we're back to the cars again for some reason. Oh, inside. So there's probably some ID or ownership of the vehicle inside the Honda. Piece of paper with something written on it. Side of my fridge is covered with them pigs. This is inside. Oh, look at somebody's license plate inside. That's illegal. You're not allowed to have other license plates in the vehicle. I believe that this could be, because there's a rolled up bill here. This could be Zana's car. I don't know. You guys still got pennies? I'm seeing pennies. The US still has pennies. We haven't had pennies in years and years and years and years. But there looks like money here, money here. I don't know what this is in here, but they've blacked it out. And license plates. Oh, this is in the blue car. And they blacked out something there too. They took a picture of it, whatever it is. They put a marker on it. There's a broken iPhone. Kaylee's brand new car. That's why she came back that weekend, to show everybody her brand new car that she got. It's so friggin' sad. Her tires look as huge as mine. So this is inside. Oh, there's a purse. This is inside the Range Rover. So there's Kaylee's purse. Why does everybody leave their purses in their car? Sky West. So there's somebody's paycheck from 9/9, September 9th, 2022. There's somebody's paycheck. Yep. Ethan's, maybe that's in Ethan's Jeep because it's gray. Let's see inside his Jeep if they show. Excuse me. Back in the house again. See, it's on. Okay, here we go. Okay, just give me 1 sec until we get to. These pictures are horrible. Hang on. Okay, I had to take some of my coffee there. Okay, so here we go. This is going to be probably the remains have already been taken out and whatnot, and now they're starting to go through this meticulously. In this photo, you can see this. Okay, we're gonna get up. Look at the counter. They've got the doors. Look at all on the floor here, you guys. You're going to see what that is. They got these in the door so the door couldn't be opened. And you can see there's been more snow. So this is the next day. Look at, they blue starred everything. Look at the door. Look at the floor. It's all seeped into the floor. This is blue star. As you can see, they started packing up the roommates' belongings. If you guys remember, we were seeing pictures of the chief of police there with a U-Haul and taking stuff out in boxes. What they did is they took everything to another location and had the family members come and retrieve belongings that they believed were Xana's, Ethan's, Maddie's, and Kaylee's. Also, Dylan and Bethany could go and retrieve anything from there where theirs was. I believe it was at the police station or at the church hall or something like that. I think it was the police station. They boxed up stuff that was of no evidentiary value out of Bethany's room, out of Dylan's room, and then whatever they could take out of Kaylee and Maddie's room and Xana's room that wasn't evidentiary value, they boxed up. We seen this Nike shoe in Xana's bathroom. So that's why you're seeing some of these boxes now. They were boxing stuff up to take for the families to come and get. Yeah, at least they did that. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Yeah. Like in the Karen Reed trial, right? Using solo cups for evidence. So this is the blue star. They did all the door, as you can see. More photos of what they moved. They took photos of everything, you guys. Going up in the stairs again. See, these lights too were on. They're still on days later. Look at, there's a pile of stuff now. The sweatshirt's been moved over here. The purse is gone. And it looks like a section of the couch, a cushion here, has been taken also. Because there should have been a cushion here. It's gone. Oh, maybe it's here, right here. There's that cushion that should go in the corner. But the sweatshirt's been moved. The purse is now gone. I don't know. Let's see if we can zoom in. That almost looks like slippers. Slippers and solo cups. There's that hand cream. There's the sock is back. There's stuff under the couch too. The chip bag's gone. Here the table is still there. Look at, they blue starred this. You can see some of the blue star on the table here. But see, these lights were on. These are still on. The police haven't touched them. The chip bag's gone. There's all that blue star in the kitchen again. We're going to get up close and personal pictures of that, believe me. There's that blue star stuff again. It doesn't look like they blue starred the window. Not in this photo anyway. But there's Xana's Jack-in-the-Box bag. See, now you can see the blue star all on the counter here. And it's all running down the cupboards. They blue starred everything here. An up close and personal of what is in the Jack-in-the-Box bag. There's the receipt. So they'll get the receipt from that and find out when that was ordered. That's just another way. for them to find out. And it looks like she wasn't even done eating because it looks like there's something still in this bag. But you can see all that blue star stuff all on the counters here. They're checking for the red stuff. Look at this. It even splashed up out of the wall. And this was throughout the whole place, you guys, even on the dishwasher, everything. Running down all the cabinets. They blue starred everything. Looking for blood and prints to see if maybe he washed stuff here. Like, what was here that they had to use so much blue star? And this is out of the Jack in the Box bag. Look at the blue star all over the place. They checked the sink and everything to see if maybe he had washed anything off, maybe. The cupboard door is now closed. Oh, there's still fries there from Jack in the Box. But you can see the blue star all over everything. They have the microwave set at 0. Would have told us a time frame. It is crazy, Norma. But they're showing that there's uneaten food here for some reason. This is Kaylee's fridge and Madison's fridge. There's wine, White Claws, laundry soap, Cheetos. Looks like some gum and some vitamins, maybe. I don't know what this would be. But they blacked out some of the photos here. Oh, you can see part of the photo there. It looks like a photo of them out in the back because this looks like the sliding glass door. There's the Cheetos again. Up close to there's the gum. That looks like vitamins. Facial makeup remover wipes or something. Wine. 34 glasses. Ooh. Okay. They opened this. This is something Canon. I don't know what it is, but it looks like it's by Canon because it says Canon. And they took a picture of it. So I don't know why they would take a picture. I don't even know what this is, but it says Canon on it. Bryan Kohberger's car. And there, I believe this to be Maddie's mattress. Because Ethan was laying across the bed sideways. So I do believe that this is Madison's. You can see like one here and one here. This was Madison's mattress. Bryan Kohberger's car. Look at how filthy it is outside. But he meticulously cleaned the inside. They ripped this car apart. This is all evidence from 1122 King Road. His car was filthy. It looks like this is probably her bedding. There's more bags here, more over here. This is all from 1122 King Road, you guys. There's the beer pong table. There's more over here wrapped up. This is probably Xana's mattress. And this is all the boxes that they took out, I think. I don't know. This is Kohberger's car. Portable battery. So this is probably where they brought all the stuff for them to pick up too, for the family members. This is all his car. Hang on. Sorry about that, you guys. I had a cough like crazy. So this is what they did to his car, you guys. They ripped it apart. They took the door panels, they took the seats, everything, searching for blood in his car. But he had meticulously cleaned. Look at how clean the inside of this car is compared to the outside. He cleaned this good. But look at what they did. They sprayed something on here to try and see if they could pick up any blood. Look at, they even took the gas pedal and brake pedal, both seats. They sprayed everything trying to find any sign of any blood. Now they do mark a cut. Look at, they did take some stuff because there's stuff in the bag here. But they sprayed that stuff on to see if there's any blood. And they do, somewhere around here, they do mark, there it is right there. They did mark something near this where there was, I think, blood maybe. And there's this car again. I wish they would have covered this up before releasing the photos. But we've seen these. Like they did with this bed. That's what they should have done. But they didn't. And that's the end of the photos, you guys. That's the end of the photos. So his car got ripped apart. So what do you guys think? You think they got the right guy? I think so. He even confessed. Like, you don't confess to something that you didn't do, right? What do you guys think? Because we're going to be wrapping this up soon. It's 1 o'clock already. Holy crap. 1 o'clock in the afternoon already. So what do you guys think? He won't be needing it, yeah, right? I can see him. I want my car back. Give me the car so I can sell it. Huh. Nobody is going to want that car. That's for damn sure. But that's that, you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it up. There's stuff that we need to go over, the Barry Morphew stuff. We can go over that another day. I need to get a couple of reads done, so I'm going to shut this down and I'm going to get that done and hopefully get them out either tomorrow or Thursday, depending on how long. YouTube has been taking forever to upload videos, and I don't know why. Like, the live ones are already like on my channel, but it still takes them a long time to process it. So like right now, I'm not making any money on this at all because it's not processed yet. It sometimes takes 24 hours for them to process it. That's why I think a lot of people are starting to put their videos private after they go live. Hang on a sec, you guys. Oh, coughing up a storm there. That's why I think a lot of people put their videos private for 24 hours after they go live, because YouTube is taking forever to process the videos. Oh, thank you, Kate. Thanks, Willow. I'll email you later about that girl and her pup missing. Okay, please do that. She's still missing, no leads. Okay. Okay, send me that. Send me, you know, Kate, that I don't want a lot of information, just the basic, what I need, like her name and when she went missing, maybe even how old she is, whatever, that I could put in my thumbnail. Because I don't go and look for any information until afterwards. So I want as little information as possible, like where it happened, her name, and how old she is, how long she's been missing. Will be great. And then I can go later. And if I can't find any information on her, then I will reach out to you and see if you can't send me some more information. Okay, so with that being said, thank you so much, Kate Bell, for your generosity. I appreciate it. These things take a lot of time to get put together and whatnot. And so I appreciate each and every one of you that do donate to the channel. I appreciate it. If you haven't, please at least hit that subscribe and hit the like button. Those are all free to do, and it does help also. But the donations really do help and shows me you're appreciative. So thank you, Kate Bell, so much. I appreciate it. Okay, so until the next time, you guys, we're going to wrap it up. I'm going to end it like I always do. Please take care of yourselves. Please stay safe. Always be aware of your surroundings. I love you guys to the moon and back. Bye-bye for now.